everybody, welcome back to LizBiz TV for the Daytona Beach Grand Prix. We are green as Derek Hope leads us to green. 24 Rainbow doesn't get a very good start there in the back. They all cascade into turn one. No contact yet, fairly clean. Derek Hope breaks free of the pack. Now it's Earnhardt and Ralph Earnhardt. Earnhardt Jr. and Ralph Earnhardt, I should say. With Darrell Waltrip there mixing it up, and Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart. See a bunch of fighting in the back of the pack. Front 6, 7 have filed out, single file now. Bill Elliott and Brady Fletch now side by side. Going side by side into the kink, not exactly the best idea. We see they're still side by side. Kept it mostly clean though. I mean, it is only lap one. You don't want to tear up your stuff that quickly. Now here comes Dale Earnhardt Sr. on the outside of Ricky Craven we saw there. Gordon to the outside of Ricky Craven now. Oh man, Brady Fletch goes really wide. Bill Elliott gets by him. Dale Earnhardt maybe looking to get by him now. Hendrick teammates there. Gordon and Craven side by side still. As we rejoin our leaders. Derek Hope going through the bus stop for the first time with Junior right on his tail. We saw Derek Hope make no friends last time we were here in Daytona. He chopped a lot of cars' noses off in the duels and the Daytona 250. But now he's just getting ever farther away from Junior, but Junior's going to try and reel him back in here. Might have gotten a better exit from the bus stop. We see these guys have actually put a pretty good gap on 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And there's Junior to the outside to lead lap one. He gets those bonus points. As we talk about our top two, let's look at that pack. With Ralph Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, and Bobby Labonte, closely followed by Cale Yarborough and Tony Stewart. Waltrip maybe looking to the inside of Earnhardt here. No, he thinks discretion is the better part of valor. Now we go back to Brady Fletch in 8th. Behind that pack of 5 cars. Kind of separating himself from Earnhardt. Or at least trying to separate himself from Earnhardt. Takes that corner a lot better than he did the first time. Maybe a little bit shallower than than other drivers on a corner exit there. There's Earnhardt Sr. leading Jeff Gordon, Bill Elliott, Ricky Craven, Kerry Earnhardt, Kyle Busch, Paul Langley, Kyle Busch. Or excuse me, I believe that's Kyle Petty. I think our scoring pylon might be wrong. Yes, that is that 42 mellow yellow car. That'll be tough to keep up with. Then Donnie Allison right there. Donnie Allison to the left side of Kyle Petty right there. Wow! Holy cow, he dove into the bus stop. I can't believe he held on to it. Then Kevin Harvick, Ricky Rudd, the Daytona 250 champion. And then he finished last the next week at Deep Forest. And there's Jeremy Mayfield rounding out the field, but here's Derek Hope looking to the right side of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh, Junior pushes him just a little bit wide. I'm sure Hope won't really take too kindly to that. And we see in the back, or excuse me, not in the back, but we see, oh, pardon me. I believe that was Ralph Earnhardt trying to get by Tony Stewart. We see Jeff Gordon has gotten by Brady Fletch. He's moved up to that 8th spot. course, the winner at Red Bull Ring. And Earnhardt gets by Brady Fletch too. Oh, but he can't brake near. Wow! I was going to say he had to brake fairly shallow into that corner, but he got a massive run coming off and gets by Brady Fletch. Fletch going to give him a bump. That's probably the quickest way to get catch up to Jeff Gordon. Oh, he turned him a little bit squirrely there. A little bit squirrely down. But Earnhardt gets a really good run into the bus stop, and he's going to go away. Now Ricky Craven trying to draft up to Bill Elliott, seeing if he can make a move there. Speaking of making a move, here comes Kerry Earnhardt on the outside of Kyle Busch. But farther way around on the road course, not exactly the quickest way around, especially in these cars with only 355 horsepower. Langley looking to the inside of Kerry Earnhardt there. Might be able to get him going into turn one. Oh wow, Kevin Harvick dives it. Gets by both, I believe that's Ricky Rudd. Oh man, they're three wide coming off of one. Holy cow, that usually doesn't work out. But these drivers, they're not making many mistakes. Kerry then buries it into turn number 2. Or excuse me, I believe that's turn number 3. Now we see Paul Langley getting closer to Kyle Busch. Maybe he's going to be able to make a move. He kind of looks to the inside. Oh, he can't make it though. Well, I shouldn't say can't make it. He decides not to make it. Probably a smart move only on lap 4 of 30. Then we see the rest of the field pretty much single file. Kyle Petty, something happened to him because holy cow, he really slowed down. We saw him, I believe, with Donnie Allison last lap or maybe a couple laps ago, but now he's definitely way in the rears. But catching back up with our leaders, Dale Jr. enjoys about a 3-4 car length lead over Derek Cope, with these guys pulling away from Darrell Waltrip, Bobby Labonte. There's Ralph Earnhardt, Cale Yarborough, and Tony Stewart. Right behind them, we have, well, I shouldn't say right behind them, probably about 25, 30 car lengths or so, we have Jeff Gordon. And about 10, 15 car lengths back, Brady Fletch, Dale Sr., Bill Elliott, and Ricky Craven enjoying a nice battle. Follow this into turn 1, because it looks like Craven, oh man, Craven was looking to the inside. Now he's maybe looking to the outside, trying to fake out Bill Elliott going into turn 1, play little mind games. Maybe use little Jedi mind tricks on him. But Elliott just drove it into turn 1. He wasn't having any part of Ricky Craven. Through the rest of the field here, man, Petty really not making any headway here. Once again, here's our leaders, Labonte and Waltrip catching up a little bit. These tires might be starting to wear now. These guys are running racing softs, I believe. Cars gets a fairly good lead on Derek Cope, but look at the run Derek Cope has now on the outside. Looking for a place to happen. Oh, he tries to outbrake Junior. Can he pull off a crossover? Oh, yes he can. He's on the left side of Junior now. Oh, man. Junior gets him going through the S's, going into the horseshoe, but oh my goodness. That was terrific. And that really allowed Bobby Labonte and Darrell Waltrip to catch up. Junior been extremely steady so far this race. Hasn't really slipped up, hasn't put a tire off track, and that's the reason that he's able to hold off Derek Cope. Once again, we come back onto the speedway. We're going to ride along with Derek Cope, see what it looks like when you catch a driver as quick as he usually does, especially with this slipstream. You might not catch him going into the bus stop, but coming out of the bus stop and going into turn one, he's definitely going to have a run. Actually, he has a run right now. He's looking to the inside. I think that's way too early to look to the inside. If he stayed in that slipstream, he might have been on his bumper. Here he comes. Got a pretty good run now. Ride along with Dale Jr. out the back bumper. Derek Cope going to the inside, looking to the inside. Can't get a nose under him there. Oh, he goes top to bottom, looking for anything to maybe get by that 8 car. Here comes the 8's good section. I mean, the 8's really good around the oval too, but he's the one punching the hole in the air for all these other guys behind him. Unless there's a seagull flying down the backstretch, there's nothing he can draft off of. Now you see Labonte, Waltrip, Cale Yarborough, Tony Stewart, Ralph Earnhardt, Brady Fletch gets by Jeff Gordon since we last seen this. Oh man, he gets really loose coming out of there. Also being told that 24 Rainbow apparently running sports mediums. Bill Elliott, Dale Sr. in a very similar position as we see Derek Cope behind Dale Sr.'s son, Dale Jr. in the lead. He's going to be able to get a really good run, and the good thing is he has cars ahead of him too. Or I should say that's good news for Bill Elliott. He'll get any. Whoa! Ricky Craven to the left side of Dale Sr. What a move! We were talking about Senior making a move on Elliott, but Ricky Craven just put the moves on Senior. Now here comes Kyle Busch. He's got a really good run on Dale. Busch to the inside of Earnhardt. Oh, he was thinking about it. Oh, but here comes Earnhardt to the inside of Busch. Kerry Earnhardt, that is. Paul Langley to the outside of Kerry Earnhardt. Maybe to the outside of Kyle Busch, too. Earnhardt looks like he just got into Kyle Busch. This is phenomenal. Terrific racing all through the pack here at Daytona. see the leaders go up onto the banking. Things have quieted down here a little bit. Kyle Petty definitely slowing down. He doesn't have the 8 of that draft going down the straightaways, and man, that can really make or break your race here. But back with the leaders, Dale Jr. pulling away from Derek Hope, and those guys have pulled away from Bobby Labonte and Darrell Waltrip. Labonte's got to be 25 or 30 back now. And Hope can't even sniff the lead going into turn 1, it doesn't look like. So precise all day. We've seen Cope be precise all day too. But you love to see these two drivers. It looks like they're at the top of their game, looking for a win at one of the most prestigious race courses in this world, Daytona International Speedway. Well, both Junior and Cope been lucky to win here, both on the oval. Junior in 2004, 2014 for the Daytona 500. Derek Cope in 1990 for the Daytona 500 when he passed Dale's father, Dale Earnhardt Sr. Both of these guys battling for a win in the CASCAR Cup Series. Neither have been fortunate enough to win or to hit victory lane in a points-paying race. Derek Hope, the winner of the second duel, back here. And now we're going to go with Bobby Labonte. Oh, wow, we actually see Cale Yarborough looking to the inside of Darrell Waltrip. Right along with Yarborough. Ooh, he lost a lot of momentum when Waltrip cut his nose off. Look in that rear view mirror on the right, on the bottom right of your screen, I should say. Tony Stewart may be getting a run on Yarborough. Can't make anything happen with it. Going into turn 1, he can. And all these guys on the back bumper of Bobby Labonte now. I don't know what happened to Labonte. That 24 Rainbow driving away from Jeff Gordon. Gordon having a really strong start of the season. Pretty much single file throughout most of the pack. Things may be calming down, trying to get through this middle third of the race. And at the conclusion of this lap, I will let the cars scream for 10 laps. We will be doing commentary for the first 10 laps and the last 10 laps, and including pit stops, the most important part of racing. It's where all the strategy comes into play. Will anybody try and stretch it? Will anybody try and short pit? I don't imagine our leaders will try and short pit, but if you're maybe 10th on back, see Derek Hope go for the lead. We will crank it up for the next 10 laps. Pit stops. We see the 24 come in. He's coming in for tires, 4 fresh tires, and a full tank of Sunoco racing fuel. That's going to drop him right to the back of the pack. It's going to be interesting to see if he gets any slipstream, still not even in his pit box. This pit road, a long pit road in this game. Here he comes. 4 fresh tires and fuel. leaders come in. They lasted one more lap than Fletch and had 2 more liters of fuel in the gas tank. Everybody coming in now. Here comes Ralph. Jeff Gordon, we believe, will come in this time. No, he will not. He will stay out. Get that all-important 1 bonus point for leading the lap. Will anybody else decide to stay out? I don't believe so. Kevin Harvick coming in. Kyle Petty. We believe he'll come in, but Jeff Gordon, being the only one bold enough, the only one brave enough to not come in, maybe want to run one more lap. Without the aid of a draft, though, I believe that won't be very good. He'll probably lose about 1 to 2 seconds just without the help of that slipstream. Kyle Petty, we're going to see if he comes in. No, he won't. Maybe hoping that Jeff Gordon will come in next time so he can lead lap 15. Look at the gap between Jeff and Kyle. Holy cow. Kyle just entering the road course section. Oh, here we go. Cars coming out now. Derek Cope. Dale Jr., Kyle Petty right in the middle of those. Now Darrell Waltrip gets ahead of Bobby Labonte with Tony Stewart as Joe Gibbs Racing teammate. Cale Yarborough, Tony Stewart, and Brady Fletch caught right up with these guys. His pit crew must have been hustling. Because look at that, he's basically with Yarborough now. And he was nowhere close to this pack when they hit it. And now Ralph Earnhardt's behind him. Bill Elliott, Ricky Craven, Kyle Busch, Paul Langley, Kerry Earnhardt, Donnie Allison, Dale Sr., Mayfield, Harvick, Rudd. It's going to be very interesting to see where Kyle Petty comes out because he will get the aid of a slipstream. But that's going to be, wow, look at the lead that Jeff Gordon has on everybody. And will he come in this time? Kyle Petty, that strategy won't work out. He won't even be able to lead a lap, and he'll be on the tire cycle that he's on. He's going to already lose a ton of time. Maybe he's trying to make it to halfway, though. Only 1 stop this race. It's going to be interesting. We'd love to focus on the battles at hand, but more pressing matters, Kyle Petty, will he come in? Because if he doesn't, he's definitely going to try and make it on 1 stop. Here he comes. They do not have faith that they can make it 15 laps on a tank of fuel. All right, that is pit stops done. We will see you back on lap 20. And as we come back to the Daytona Beach Grand Prix, we saw a 24 make amazing. Wow, look at Waltrip to the inside of the 24 now. 24 can't get in aggressively into turn 1, 24 Rainbow, I should say. He made two amazing passes on both Derek Cope and Darrell Waltrip, but now he goes wide into the horseshoe there, but then Darrell Waltrip outbrakes him into turn 1. That was amazing to watch. And since we've been watching those guys, we haven't been able to watch this amazing battle for 7th place, a 5-car battle for 7th place. These guys quickly catching Tony Stewart. Smoke definitely doesn't want to have that happen. He was battling for the lead, well, battling with the top pack, I should say. Sound like Ed Grimley there. And now Bill Elliott, Cale Yarborough, Ricky Craven, and Ralph Earnhardt all looking to get up to Jeff Gordon, trying to get that 7th spot. Here we see 12th through, I believe, that 17th, 18th. And Jeremy Mayfield really needs to catch up to Kevin Harvick, because if he finishes there, he's not coming to the next race at Brands Hatch. Bottom 3 drivers do not make the next race. So Jeremy Mayfield, Ricky Rudd, and Kyle Petty are all in some serious danger. Definitely Kyle Petty. And most likely Ricky Rudd. But Jeremy Mayfield will have to haul tail to get into the next race. Speaking of haul and tail, we have another battle for the lead. The 18 looking to the inside of that 8 car. 24 has put a pretty good gap on him and Darrell Waltrip, so Waltrip won't, I don't believe he'll be able to get him under braking into 1 like he did last time. That was unbelievable. I could not believe that Darrell Waltrip's car stuck that well. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., I don't believe he's spent more than a lap outside the top 3 other than the pit cycle. The top 2, I should say. We're used to seeing that red Budweiser 8 car really strong here at the Super Speedway, but he's just as equally as strong on this road course. That thing is a rocket ship today. He'll definitely be in the conversation as these laps continue to wind down. Next time we come to the start-finish line, we will be coming to 8 laps to go. And there's definitely another pit stop in there, but when will it be? Or is there another pit stop? Are they conserving fuel? Have they been conserving fuel throughout this whole run? There's Brady Fletch. That 24 Rainbow Warriors car, the tribute to Jeff Gordon. Through there smooth. Looked a little bit slow there, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think he really hugged the curbs as much as he could have. Darrell Waltrip, Derek Cope. Cope, pretty good gap to Waltrip now. These guys were battling for a good number of laps, but Waltrip has put a pretty good sized gap to Cope, and now we see Jeff Gordon, Bill Elliott, Ricky Craven, Ralph Earnhardt all catching up to Tony Stewart. Let's look at the backside of Tony Stewart's car, and man, you can see those guys hauling the mail. Look at how much that gap closed just since we went on board with Tony. Unbelievable. Thought we were going to see Bill Elliott maybe look to the inside of that 24 Jeff Gordon. Here's the other pack. Kyle Busch leading that. Donnie Allison and Kerry Earnhardt following him. Allison right on the bumper of Kyle Busch. He's going to have a really good look coming onto the straightaway. Just about 7.5 laps to go. Once again, one pit stop most likely for all of these guys. You could try. Definitely Kyle Petty could attempt. He made 14 laps, and he's not going nearly as fast. Maybe he is letting off. I don't even know if that would help, though. I don't think he'd be able to get better than maybe, well, anything would be better than relegation, but I don't think he'd be holy cow, I sound like Porky the Pig. I don't think he'd be able to get maybe more than a top 10. Maybe he'd get 10th with a strategy play like that. Oh, we see Kevin Harvick looking to the inside of Paul Langley there. On the left side. Oh, that is a bold move. Langley gets it. That is such a bold move and such a risky one because he easily could have gotten turned there. And then boom. Jeremy Mayfield isn't in relegation position. That would be Kevin Harvick or Paul Langley. But there's Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd, if he made that strategy play, might be able to make something work. But Kyle Petty, he's just coming out of NASCAR 2, and the leaders just came out of the first horseshoe. I don't think that's probably a 30 to 40 second gap. Even if he didn't pit, tried to go all the way on fuel, I don't think that would be very advantageous. He might just catch up to 17th, maybe not even have a chance to escape relegation. I think those guys, they just didn't bring a good enough piece to this racetrack. Dale Jr. and Bobby Labonte both getting away from Brady Fletch in that 24 car. I'm sure that's something both of those guys love to see. Now let's ride on board with Bobby Labonte. You can see, man, he really picks up a lot of time, especially with Junior not hugging the inside line. Will he have enough momentum going into one? This is always the toughest part of the racetrack to be the leader in. It feels like it drags on forever when you have somebody on your back bumper. Now entering NASCAR 3 and 4. Labonte getting a really good run on Junior. Will he look to the high side when he gets there? Ooh, he's looking maybe to the inside. Not staying in that slipstream though. Junior not hugging that inside though either. This could get interesting going into one. Oh, Brady Fletch going in for his final stop of the day, running sports hards. Should expect, oh, there's Kyle Petty right there, just exiting the horseshoe. Yeah, even if he tries to make it, I don't think that'll help him whatsoever. But these leaders definitely having an amazing battle here. See Junior pull away. It's like doing a little dance. You pull away in the road course section, and then you tango back together on the super speedway. We're coming to 5 laps to go. It's definitely go time now. I don't think when you go in that you change tires. Like, unless they're really worn, I don't know if you're going to gain more time than you lose if you change tires. Because you just want to be in there for about 5 laps worth of fuel and then you're gone. Now we look through the rest of the pack. Darrell Waltrip, Derek Pope, Jeff Gordon up to 6th. That might change when Brady Fletch comes back. Up to 5th, rather, I should say. Tony Stewart in 6th. Ricky Craven, 7th. Ralph Earnhardt getting challenged by Bill Elliott for that 8th spot. We're going to stay with this for at least a little while. Bill Elliott maybe looking to the left side, maybe trying to pass Ralph Earnhardt, I should say. Thinks better of it. Seems like we've said that a lot today. These drivers have been fairly smart. Cale Yarborough, Kyle Busch, Donnie Allison. Carrier and Hart maybe looking to attack Donnie Allison there. Then we have Paul Langley, Dale Sr., Kevin Harvick, Jeremy Mayfield, Brady Fletch. Oh, we're going to see Brady Fletch pass Jeremy Mayfield, back for relegation. Ricky Rudd, and then Kyle Petty way behind. We see these leaders with 5 to go. When will they come in? How long will they be in? Will anybody take tires? There are a lot of variables here. And we've seen some of these crew chiefs not really make the best strategy calls. Like remember in Daytona for the 250, when we saw people come in the last lap because they couldn't stretch their fuel. Some of these crew chiefs very inexperienced. But when we think about inexperienced crew chiefs, Tony Eury Sr. on the top of that DEI number 8 pit box, that's not who I think of. There's Fatback McSwain on the top of that 18 pit box. So these guys are really pushing it. Will they come in this time, or will they only need 4 laps, or 3 laps of fuel? And how will Fletch factor into all this? We see both of our leaders coming down pit road. Just a splash of gas, I would imagine. Made it 13 laps on each run. Now they only have to make it 4. Darrell Waltrip stays out, leads a lap. Derek Cope, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, they all stay out. Ralph Earnhardt stays out. Cale Yarborough stays out. Kerry Earnhardt stays out. Kevin Harvick also stays out. We have 8 more cars to pit. We see Brady Fletch just stormed by that 24, or that 29 rather. Oh, the 29 almost got into the 24 there. That really wouldn't have made Brady Fletch happy. We have a little more than 3.5 laps to go. Oh, wow! Coming out of the pits, we see Brady Fletch get by both the 18 and the 8. He is now the leader of this race. After having pretty much a terrible start, didn't get off the line very well whatsoever. But that's not a new thing this year. We've seen the 24 Rainbow struggle with that struggle coming off the line at the start. During lights out and away we go, as David Croft would say. He's driving away. Holy cow. He's trying to put as many cars and as much time between he, Junior, and Labonte as possible. Because he knows that Junior and Labonte are much better in that road course section, and they'll have the slipstream coming through the super speedway as well. Here's our leaders: Darrell Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, Derek Cope. Will they come in this time? Darrell Waltrip is, Jeff Gordon is, Derek Cope is. As is Tony Stewart and Ralph Earnhardt. Will Kerry Earnhardt? Yes, he will as well. Yarborough in. Earnhardt and Labonte already pitted. The 8 cars that didn't pit previous time are now, oh, here comes Jeremy Mayfield. Jeremy Mayfield will also be ducking down. It doesn't look like these relegation positions are going to change at all. Right now, Ricky Rudd, he has not pitted. Oh, maybe he has. Don't believe so. But right now, the pole sitter for next week would be Ralph Earnhardt in that 10th place. Here's our leaders. Brady Fletch got a sizable lead on Junior. Here it is out Junior's window. Oh, there's Labonte looking to the left side. Labonte saying, Junior, if you don't have anything for him, I'm going to see if I do. Junior's had the dominant car all day, but not when it matters. I don't know why he's running that middle lane right now. If he was running right behind Labonte, he'd be able to slingshot right past him again. Two to go. Oh, 24 really overdrove that first corner as we saw him do in the middle section of this race. As we approach the hour mark, these guys have been racing their hearts out for the better part of an hour. We see Labonte, Junior, Gordon Craven Cope, Waltrip, Stewart, Ralph Earnhardt, Bill Elliott now would be the pole sitter next week, running in 10th place. Holy cow. Donnie Allison, Dale Earnhardt Sr. with his son Kerry Earnhardt right behind him. Kyle Busch, Paul Langley, Yarborough Harvick, Mayfield. We see Ricky Rudd in the pits right now. Kyle Petty gonna get by him. And now it's Fletch. Labonte, wow, Fletch running on the flat right there. Maybe he's trying to keep fuel into the fuel cell. I have no idea what he's doing. I'll tell you exactly what he's doing, though. He's letting Labonte really catch right now. Bonnie's put a big old gap on Earnhardt, who he passed just one lap ago here in the bus stop. Here comes Bobby Labonte. What a run! He'll be on the back of Fletch in no time. Here we are. We're going to ride on board with Bobby Labonte as Brady Fletch comes around to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Just goes under it now. Bobby Labonte has, what, 12 turns left? Oh, he really gets into turn 1 good. Fletch drives wide. Labonte takes the lead. No way. Fletch looking to the inside now. He buries it in, makes a little contact with Bobby Labonte. That's going to bring Junior into the fold as well. Side by side again. Through the kink. No contact there. They kept it extremely clean. Labonte is going to escape with the lead through the second half of the horseshoe. And now I think going on to the super speedway, Fletch is going to have to worry about Earnhardt Jr. Labonte's going to be able to just drive away, I feel like. Look at that gap. I don't know if there's any closing that. Oh, that 24 Rainbow getting very close. I might have spoke too soon. Labonte gets a really good run through that bus stop, though. So does Earnhardt Jr. I think Jr.'s out of it. Jr. doesn't have a shot, but Fletch does. Through NASCAR 3 and 4. That 24 gets a run. Will there be enough time? Yes, there will. He goes to the inside of Bobby Labonte. Takes the lead back. Brady Fletch pulls off a last lap pass and rides the high groove all the way to victory lane. With Junior finishing third, Gordon fourth, Craven fifth, Cope, Waltrip, Stewart, Evernham. Bill Elliott will be the pole sitter next week at Brands Hatch. What a race, what a finish, what a move. Goes Elliott, Kerry Earnhardt, Dale Sr., Kyle Busch, Paul Langley, Yarborough, that's Kevin Harvick, Ricky Rudd, no, that's not Ricky Rudd, Donnie Allison, Jeremy Mayfield, Ricky Rudd, Kyle Petty will not be at Brands Hatch next week. My name has been Braden Fletcher. I very much appreciate you watching this on Lisbiz TV. And tune in next week when we go to the Indy circuit at Brands Hatch.